There's a major shakeup happening, and it involves young driver Logan Sargeant. Rumors are flying that Sargeant might be racing his last Grand Prix very soon. Why? Because Williams Racing is reportedly planning to bring in Kimi Antonelli, a rising star from the Mercedes Junior program. They're looking at Antonelli to possibly take over for Lewis Hamilton next season. To get him ready, they might want him to start racing with Williams in just a few races. This is definitely a game changer. So, let's dive into this video today to know all the details and what this means for the future of F1 racing. Ferrari made a big announcement recently about their new sponsorship deal with Hewlett-Packard, now called Scuderia Ferrari HP. They also revealed their race suit colors, which will be a new shade of blue, especially for the Miami race. There was a lot of curiosity about what the car would look like with these colors, and some pictures have been made by fans and autosports showing the car in red, white, and this new blue. This partnership makes sense because Hewlett-Packard has been spending a lot of money on sponsorships lately, and they're paying Ferrari a lot. However, there's a bit of a downside. The new race suits have too many logos and don't look great. They have 2 logos on the front and 1 on the back, which seems excessive. Despite the style issues, the financial benefits are significant. Will Buon from the financial team mentioned that this deal covers about 2/3 of Ferrari's spending limit for the year, which is roughly $90 million. This is a massive help to the team's budget. Turning our focus to Mercedes, they've got some updates too. Besides the new floor design we talked about yesterday, they're also updating their side pod design. They are making these changes now, rather than later, because they can't afford to lose more points in the races. This is critical as the team prepares for upcoming races. These upgrades are essential for staying competitive. Meanwhile, the Formula One driver market is buzzing with news. Nico Hülkenberg might be moving to Sauber, which seems almost confirmed, although other teams are also interested in him. Carlos Sainz is also drawing attention, particularly from Audi, but there's some skepticism about whether Audi will perform well when they join F1 in 2026. The drivers and the community aren't fully confident in Audi's readiness for F1 racing by then, despite their willingness to invest heavily in top drivers. Future prospects and challenges. The partnership between Ferrari and Hewlett-Packard provides financial relief and technological support. HP will provide Ferrari with advanced technology, adaptive PCs, collaboration products, and printing capabilities. Although these might not directly make the cars faster, they are valuable resources for the team. As Ferrari moves forward with this new sponsorship and changes in design starting from the Miami race, it will be interesting to see how these developments affect its performance and brand image in the long run. On the other hand, the broader F1 market dynamics and team strategies, particularly around driver selections and technological investments, indicate a period of significant change and excitement in the sport. Audi is really stepping up their game by offering Carlos Sainz a very attractive contract that would secure him financially in the short and long term and position him as a lifetime brand ambassador. Despite this tempting offer, Red Bull is also interested in Sainz, though they're offering less money. This puts Sainz in a tricky position to choose between a lucrative deal with Audi and a potentially less financially rewarding but competitive position with Red Bull. Audi sees Sainz as the ideal leader for their first F1 team and has paused negotiations with other drivers to focus on securing him. Audi's intense focus on Sainz has put pressure on him to make a decision quickly. Meanwhile, Red Bull is in a complex situation with Sergio Perez. They're hesitant to offer him a new contract too soon because they believe doing so might make him less aggressive in races, a pattern noticed with some drivers during contract renewals. Perez has started the season well, but his performance has not been consistent, which complicates his contract situation even further. The shifting dynamics of the driver market. The F1 driver market is buzzing with activity and strategic moves. Nico Hülkenberg is almost set to join Sauber, but other teams are still showing interest. Audi's heavy focus on Sainz has put many driver discussions on hold. There's a lot of speculation around Perez's future at Red Bull, as the team is not rushing into a contract renewal. Helmut Marko from Red Bull mentioned that Perez initially wanted a 3-year deal, but that is unlikely to happen. Red Bull is considering all options, including possibly bringing Sainz on board, depending on how the situation with Perez unfolds. A seasoned F1 journalist, Joe Soward, has thrown more light on these developments. He suggests that while the rumor mill is not always accurate, the talks and speculations he's encountered in the paddock seem plausible. He mentions that Mercedes is also in the mix, looking to shake things up with its driver lineup. Mercedes is potentially trying to pull Max Verstappen away from Red Bull, which adds another layer of complexity to the driver market dynamics. The situation at Williams regarding Logan Sargeant is particularly interesting. Sargeant seems to lack full support from the team. An incident in Australia highlighted this when Albon crashed, and Williams chose to replace Sargeant's car with Albon for the rest of the session, indicating a preference for Albon over Sargeant. This decision has sparked discussions about Williams' long-term plans for their drivers. Moreover, rumors suggest that if Verstappen were to leave Red Bull, the team would not retain Perez either, as they believe he wouldn't be strong enough on his own. This rumor points to a potential major shakeup in Red Bull's driver lineup, possibly considering Albon or Oscar Piastri as future leads. Mercedes is considering promoting 17-year-old Andrea Agnelli to Lewis Hamilton's seat in 2025. Agnelli has shown promising skills and recently tested a Mercedes W12 in Austria and is slated for more tests with the W13. However, Mercedes is cautious about the jump being too significant for Agnelli at this stage of his career. They are considering giving him experience with a smaller team like Williams before he joins Mercedes in 2026. Williams is interested in having Agnelli for 18 months, but there's a hitch. Agnelli won't be eligible for a super license until he turns 18 on August 25th. There's talk of seeking a dispensation from the FIA, which granted a similar exception to Max Verstappen. This would allow Agnelli to start racing immediately, potentially putting him in a Formula One car by May 19th, just in time for the Grand Prix in Miami. The driver market is in a state of flux, with several potential moves that could reshape teams' lineups. Mercedes and Williams are making strategic plans for the current season and looking ahead to the next few years. If Agnelli gets his super license, Logan Sargeant, currently racing for Williams, might soon find himself without a seat. This situation reflects the harsh realities of Formula One, where team decisions can drastically alter a driver's career. Despite Sargeant's solid junior career and qualifying prowess, his performance in Formula One has been underwhelming, leading to speculation about his future with Williams. Uncertain futures and team strategies. The driver market isn't just about Agnelli and Sargeant. Other drivers like Daniel Ricciardo and Liam Lawson are also in precarious positions. Red Bull, for instance, is considering replacing Ricciardo with Lawson mid-season if performances don't improve. This kind of strategic shuffle is common in Formula One as teams strive to optimize their lineups. A veteran F1 journalist, Joe Howard, notes that if Lawson doesn't secure a seat soon, he might move to a rival team next year. This potential shift underscores the competitive nature of the sport, where team loyalty can quickly change based on performance and strategic needs. The Formula One driver market is buzzing with changes and potential shifts. Nico Hülkenberg, known as the Hulk, is in high demand, not just from Audi but potentially from other teams as well. Although he seems likely to join Audi, there's speculation about whether he might fit into another team, such as Williams or possibly even Mercedes, if Andrea Agnelli's move doesn't proceed immediately. Hülkenberg's experience and reliability make him a valuable asset in the racing world, attracting interest from several notable teams. Andrea Agnelli, a rising star in the racing scene, might find himself at Williams sooner than expected, possibly even replacing Logan Sargeant mid-season. This move would align with Mercedes' strategy to groom Agnelli for a future position by gaining experience at Williams. However, granting Agnelli a super license is pending, reliant on FIA approval. The decision could significantly benefit the sport by bringing a talented Italian driver into Formula One at a crucial time, potentially at an Italian Grand Prix. This would add a narrative that would resonate well with fans and bolster F1's image. The discussion extends beyond driver placements to the scoring system of Formula One. Martin Brundle has voiced concerns over the proposed changes to expand the points system to include 11th and 12th places. Brundle argues that points in F1 should be hard-earned and fears that expanding the points system dilutes their value. However, the reliability and finish rate in modern F1 races suggests that teams outside the traditional top 10 can perform exceptionally well and might deserve recognition. The debate highlights differing perspectives on what constitutes merit in the sport and how best to adapt the point system to modern standards. So what do you think of the leaked Logan Sargeant's mid-season dropped bombshell? Comment below your views and subscribe for more.